Hello! Hello. Hello, everyone. I've been trying to put my phone in a different place so that I can see chat better, because usually I have it just resting on my desk, like flat. But I realized that whenever I read chat, well, not whenever I read chat, but most of the time when I read the chat, I usually lean a little closer to my mic because to read the chat, because I pick up my phone to read it. And I realized that because of that, I usually get a little too close to the mic. But, the thing is that I have bad eyesight, so if I do prop it up anywhere, it's too far for me. And the chat is at the bottom. I need a good spot to put my phone. I think I need to invest in a hook that I hang from the ceiling and I dangle my phone from. Is this why people have second monitors? I'm not doing all that. Anyway, hello everyone. Hello, Benjesta, Sand L, Scolopendra. I hope you're all having a good day. Thank you for joining me today. Looks like everyone's eating. I had a toaster strudel for breakfast. And later I plan on ordering some pasta and a salad, maybe. Anyway, today we are playing Dread Delusion. This is a retro-style 3D RPG. That's the most I could tell you about this. I tried to look a little into it beforehand. I watched as many trailers as I could. I read the description. I feel like it mostly just said that you explore. You explore, and there is a story, but I feel like they didn't mention the story too much. But anyway, we're playing this very interesting looking game. I'm already in love with the style. And this game was gifted to me by Sand L. Thank you so much, Sand L. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for blessing me with this glorious game. Everybody say thank you, Sand L. Also, Sand L, I had a realization the other day. Is your name a pun? I've always thought of it as Sand period L, like first name Sand, last name L. But then I realized if you say Sandel, it sounds like sandal, like the thing you wear on your foot. Is that unintentional, or is your name a pun? I realized that the other day, and you've been here for quite a while. I never even thought about that. Anyway, let's get into the game. Dread Delusion. I can't really tell you what I'm looking at. Is that a helmet that I'm wearing? Is that just my face? I think that's gonna be a lot of the creatures we look at today. There's lots of weird creatures in this game, I think. Also, this game is full controller support, which I'm hoping turns out well for me.
The world was long ago broken, its surface cursed. You are a dweller of the sky realms, drifting islands that cradle the last of human civilization. Here, in the dank cell of an Inquisition ship, you ruminate on your past. Dreams of childhood slip through your mind. Was your fate sealed, even then?
I yearn to be on the ground. We're on the Skylands, you say? I think I'm picking a class. I can be a brawler, an urchin. I love to be an urchin. That sounds appealing. They call me the urchin. Apprentice or noble. I don't even know what the urchin does, but I want to choose urchin. Okay, brawler. The idea of battle captivates you. It always has. You started by smashing sticks. Before long, you were clashing swords. There was never any question. You were a fighter, through and through. +2 might increases your maximum health. Governs the combat skills of attack and defense. Urchin, this one speaks to me. Growing up, you were nobody. Just another malnourished child clogging the streets. Clogging the city. Without the street gang, you'd have died like the rest. They taught you to see what others didn't, to slip in where others couldn't. They taught you to survive. +2 Guile. Increases your maximum stamina. Oh, by the way, guys, I usually don't, but I have a fan pointed at me right now. Please let me know if you can hear the fan at all. I did a little bit of testing beforehand. I don't think you can hear it, but it's a loud fan. So I guess the microphone settings I have are maybe just really good. Good enough to drown out that noise. Anyway, lockpick. I love to lockpick. I can be a sneaky little street rat. Apprentice. As a child of remarkable promise from an unremarkable family, your parents sold you to a passing scholar. Your youth was spent copying tomes till your hands bled, but what you read you will not forget. Increased mana. +2 wisdom. And noble. You're a child of noble birth. You were dining with foreign dignitaries before you could walk. You learned manners and etiquette. But more than anything, I'm an urchin. I'm an urchin through and through.
The body grew, the mind sharpened. For a while, you excelled.
Already I'm a thief. Already I'm a thief, and I know it. I love being a little street rat. I love lockpicking, I love breaking and entering, and I love choosing all the wrong choices in video games. Okay, good. Nobody hears the fan. No, I need to find a way to remove the L. It's like a vestigidy of my real name. Okay, I see. Guys, I'm a thief. I'm not even reading these other ones.
Cracks showed. Your guard slipped.
Crime
the
lord?
mistake was grave. The Inquisition had your scent.
Okay, betrayed. There's a lot of building, class building. Paranoid. Outlaw caster. Outlaw sounds nice, and so does crime lord. I think we're gonna go crime lord. I think I'm gonna be a little thief. I'm gonna be a little thief who runs around, ruins everything, and steals everything. Because the crime lord gets more barter, and I've already invested in lockpick. Character built. World entered. I see, I've been imprisoned for my previous crimes of being an urchin. Are you alive? Okay, X seems to be inventory. They left the doors unlocked, and there's a creature. We love creatures. No way I'm pilfering coins. The world looks so cool. You guys are gonna regret letting me out of this prison. Hello. Prisoner XVII. You have been marked for temporary release. The High Confessor will see you in the central chamber. Do not keep her waiting. Why am I being released? Only the High Confessor can answer that, but I calculate there is an 8 in 10 chance you'll be granted the honor of a glorious and sanctifying death. Who are you? I was a prisoner like you, but the Inquisition and its generosity has made me so much more. Cipher magic runs through my veins. My sins have been cleansed. I am a servant of the Inquisition now. I see. So this world is what the world would be if Aglaya has her complete and total way with everything. Well, the entire Inquisition. I'm all for Aglaya world. Everything is pathologic. What am I seeing? The Inquisitor? Doesn't this game look amazing? Are you a person? The device lurches on unstable legs, thick blood oozing from its seams with each shuddering movement. A woman's voice, hoarse and raspy, echoes from within the device. Your service is required, prisoner XVII. That's not my name. Hackle lapses into a sputter of coughs. You forfeited the right to a name when you betrayed the apostolic union. Number is all you deserve. But I offer you the chance of penance, an opportunity to atone for your vulgar crimes. I am the High Confessor of this Inquisition, Combat Tribunal. We are tracking the most dangerous criminals, and you will help us. There's no way I'm helping the Inquisition. She wheezes. Oh, but you will. Your sentence obligates such military service. Refusal would result in unspeakable horrors performed on your person. What's she doing? So listen closely. Our target's whereabouts have been known for some time. A backwater archipelago? A backwater what? A backwater town? Surrounded by a river? Everything is pathologic. The world is a patho reference, right? Our target's whereabouts have been known for some time. A backwater archipelago on the very fringes of Union territory. Known as the One Eerie Isle, these flying islands are host to a manner of outcasts and miscreants. We arrived a few hours ago, but met with fierce resistance. Our target is in the Blinding Light Fortress, the last remaining holdout of the Dark Star mercenaries. For our quarry is their leader, the notorious Vela Kalos. I guess I have no choice. New item gained, Inquisition Journal. Quest started, the hunt for Vela Kalos. Before you go, take this Inquisition Journal. A mechanical arm thrusts a peculiar device in your direction. It will keep track of your mission. My drones can offer guidance, and closer to the blinding light, Inquisition Ignavis can assist you further. Inquisitor Ignavis can assist you further. Owen, don't try to run. These flying islands are unstable, and many a fool has fallen to their death. Very steampunk. Very like steampunk hell. Oh, I yearn for the outside. Are you the same guy from before? Damaged doors can be broken with a weapon. There's a chest next to me. Pick up the sword, then press the inventory key to open your journal. Navigate to the equipment panel and equip the sword into one of your weapon slots. Lastly, remember to press the attack key to unholster your weapon. Though this is a meager task, I calculate there is a 1 in 20 chance you will somehow perish in the attempt. This guy loves to calculate. Rusty sword. Now what if I... You're protected, aren't you? I'm against the Inquisition. Down with the Inquisition. I don't know how to holster it. Health potion. This is Dread Delusion. This is the world if Aglaya used 100% of her brain. If she was unconstrained by the powers that be. Everything is, a creature, a spider-like mechanical being, huh? What do we have here? Another wretched soul caught in the Inquisition's web, no doubt? Tell me, has your High Confessor sent you off to die? Are you a ghost? She smiles, gesturing at herself. Are you shocked by a little apparition? Her gentle laugh seems to echo around you. My, you won't get far if that's the case. She gazes into the distance. Well, stranger, you'd best watch yourself out there. Mark my words, something's brewing on these islands. The stage is set, the curtains drawn, and the performance is set to bring the house down. She smirks at you, and something tells me you have your own role to play. Are you Mark? Everything is pathologic in a different font. Wow, we're really high up. Okay, I think there's a charge attack as well. Do I get my own Iron Maiden? Oh. Skills. There are a number of skills that determine your effectiveness at certain tasks. Okay. I love running around and picking up random stuff. You glimpsed a glimmer of delusion. Delusion attributes. There are 4 delusion attributes, the fundamental attributes which govern your skills. Might, wisdom, guile, and persona. To increase these attributes, find delusions. Got it. Secret cave. Barely secret. Stamina potion. I think I'll have to come back here another time. If we're yearning for Pathologic too much, they gotta drop Pathologic 3 like tomorrow. I think September would be fitting. I was hoping for Anniversary Day, Classic Anniversary Day, to at least hear something, but I think that came and went. I don't know. Oh, I love a game that lets me break stuff. I love pilfering things too. I love the way this game phrases everything. Throwing knife. Do I get only one of those? That's a consumable. Oh, it automatically throws it? Yes, okay. Maybe I'm not understanding. Yeah, it came and went to no post about it. About the anniversary. Are you tagging along with me on the journey? The road ahead is patrolled by Dark Star mercenaries. I strongly recommend sneaking through the mushrooms to avoid combat. It's not that I doubt your skills, Prisoner XVII. Guys, what number is that? I don't know Roman numerals. I simply calculate a 3 in 5 chance you will die horribly. Remember, direct confrontation is usually avoidable. Be on the lookout for ways to sneak past tough enemies. Yeah, but I'm sure there's XP. And I'd like some XP, even though I am already into stealth. I'm already into stealth build. Fellow pilfering fan, you get it. This guy gets it. In many cases, combat is avoidable. Press crouch. I love how they keep saying press nothing. They're not telling me what button. They're just saying press crouch. Alternative, you can sneak up behind an enemy to perform a stealth attack. B? Okay. I want to do stealth attack. I love stealth games. I love pilfering, I love being a little rat, I love stealing, and I love stealth games. They saw me. I don't know if I can run. They have a bigger range than it would seem. I know they told me to stealth, but like, really they want me to get the hang of combat. No healing. And then I get to pilfer them. There is a run button, okay. Like, why stealth when I can pilfer? Oh, is this a bad thing? Well, you're just a plant. Jitter seed. A potent seed that vibrates in one's hand can be used as an alchemy ingredient. Are these Inquisition supply drops? Oh, I'm prisoner number 17? Combat. With an unholstered weapon, press attack to perform a normal attack. Okay, so I need to consider other people who may see me as well. Oh my god, I can't stop pilfering stuff. Our agent is dying, and they still might be of use. You may have to charm them against to gain their trust. The agent may take some convincing. You have been a prisoner for some time. I can no longer smell, but there is a high probability that you emit a foul stench. Success relies on your charm skill, which is derived from the persona attribute. This guy's rude as fuck. I bet you stink too. Are you one of the locals? He looks at you up and down in disgust. Look, just leave me be. I failed the Inquisition. I'd rather die in peace. I'm here to help. Your Inquisition has tasked me with capturing Vela Kelos. He lets out a weary chuckle that breaks into a cough. Oh my, I recognize you now. You're one of the prisoners. Gods, the Inquisition must be really desperate. The Inquisitor. You know you're going to die, right? Those bastards wiped out our whole Echelon. Echelon? If you insist on this fool's errand, you might find some supplies at my crashed drop pod. Oh, is that what I found? No, that one landed just fine. It didn't really crash. Follow the river upstream and you should find it by the waterfall. upstream? The waterfall? Up there. I don't know how to use throwing knives. This dude is just teleporting. He's everywhere. Well, didn't the Inquisition say these are just drones? To progress, you must unlock this door. You will need a lockpick to begin. You should find an ample supply next to me. Picking a lock, there's always a chance you will fail and the lockpick will break. To pick locks more easily, increase your lockpick skill. Mechanical locks are not the only security measure you will come across. There is an art to disguising secrets through magical means. Where are the lockpicks? You said right next to you there'd be some lockpicks. Up here? Do I need to get up there? No, that's clearly... Oh, it's just a dice roll. And I guess I had some. In this room, the candlesticks on the wall have been enchanted to seal a secret passageway. To dispel them, you will need enough lore skill. The incantation will also deplete your mana slightly. A single passageway may need several switches, so always be mindful of your surroundings. Some doors can be opened via hidden mechanisms. These secret switches require high enough lore skill and small amount of mana to unlock. By your wisdom. Now, how do I know if the door is a secret door or if it's just a closed door that can never be opened? To restore your status, rest in bed or drink a potion. So stamina seems to be a semi-permanent thing that you lose. But what causes it to permanently go down? Because it's only filling up a certain amount. There's a word for this. There's a word for what this thing is, and I don't remember it. Like a big moving carriage like this? Anyone know the word for this? Hello there. Are you... You look pretty normal. As you approach, the Inquisitor takes in a deep breath of air. Are you that prisoner, 17? Oh, do you smell that prisoner, 17? XVII? I think I'm gonna keep saying XVII. The omnipotent tutorial imp. What, are you talking about me? I've been told I may smell. It's called a palanquin. Engine grease? He shakes his head. These Inquisition ships run on odorless cipher magic. State of the art from those boffins at the Erudite Academy? No, I was actually talking about he breathes in the mushroom spores. He turns to you, a beaming smile across his face. I've never seen this many mushrooms in my life. Such wide stalks, such healthy gills. He takes a long breath. And such potent spores. We have mushroom forests back in Lundell, but nothing like this. Quest started? For an Inquisitor? Why are you so different from the other Inquisitor? Well, he was a confessor. Confessor? Or whatever? But was he not also an Inquisitor? He waggles a finger at you, while turning his gaze back at the mushrooms. Prisoner XVII, if you get back alive, remind me to get a batch of Scrisham room tea for my wife. then make it here in... Guys, all these fantasy words. I can't say everything. Who are you? He slaps himself on the forehead. Ah, where are my manners? He holds out his hand in greeting. Inquisitor Ignavius of the 12th oh my. Inquisitor Ignavius of the 12th Inquisitorial Tribunal. Pleased to meet your acquaintance. He grips your hand with equal firmness. I see I'm in good company, prisoner. He points at the fortress ahead. That's the Blinding Light Fortress of Vela Kalos, leader of the Dark Star mercenaries. Okay, I thought hunting this lady down was going to be a big thing, but she's the end of the tutorial boss, I guess. The High Confessor told me you'll be joining the assaults, and not a moment too soon. We need all the help we can get. I've sent all my agents, but so far, none have reported back. We expect heavy fighting, but it seems those Dark Star ruffians are a tougher bunch than we give them credit for. Your orders are to capture Vela alive. A tall order, I'll admit, but I think you're up to the job, prisoner. So any questions? I need to know more about Vela and this mission. He nods. Yes, I'm sure you have plenty of questions. What do you want to know? What do you think of the High Confessor? He strokes his chin. Many in the Inquisition thinks it's a travesty that a confessor, that is, a prisoner still serving their penance, has been granted control of an entire tribunal. Normally, it would be the job of a High Inquisitor, so he was a prisoner too. Is that why... No, that was a she. She was also a prisoner, and I assume that's why she's been modified in such a way. Indeed, there's also the nature of her crimes, and how they relate to the very criminal she has been tasked to apprehend. Personally, I think, despite her quirks, she's proved herself to be one of the more accomplished agents within our ranks. Tell me about Vela and the Dark Stars. Vela Kalos. Now that's a name that'll make hairs stand on end. She's the daughter of an old Admiral Kalos of the Apostolic Union Navy. But instead of following in her father's footsteps, she founded the most accomplished mercenary band since the God War. Sure, she's currently the most wanted criminal in the Union, but you've got to hand it to her. For years, the Union itself relied on Vela and her Dark Stars to do the jobs the Navy were unwilling or unable to do themselves. He sighs. It's a pity she turned down such a dark path. In the later years of the Dark Stars, their number of villainous deeds far exceeded those of noble intents. What of the Dark Stars' villainy, then? Well, there was the Astro College heist in Bion, where they made off with an artificed star, among other priceless treasures. Then there was the sinking of the merchant freighter, Popinjay, and all those hostages slaughtered at the siege of Saracolco. I could go on. In the end, they say she lost the plot, started yammering about some sort of heaven. The Inquisition ruled this was tantamount to cultism. Article CXII claims of a religious nature and warranted her arrest. I love speaking. Of course, I think the polymaths over in Riova had wanted her gone long before all of this, got too big for her boots, and finally they had their warrants. Even Vela's own mercs got so riled up they mutinied against her. She's been hiding out here for years, but the Inquisition finally got the go-ahead to make a move, so here we are. Why are you using prisoners like me? He grins. Ah, because rigorous labor is a tonic for the ills of one's mind. We're not like the common judiciary back in Union homeland, where prisoners are thrown in a pit with a scrap of moldy bread no matter their crime. He taps his forehead. We recognize the twisted intellect of our guests. And if we can untwist that reason, with the right application of punitive employment, we will have enlightened the world just a little. He clears his throat. We're also authorized to use any method at our disposal when a mission is going... how do they say it in Slev? Utters up. Utters up, okay. What if I want to practice my combat skills? Ah, well, we established a small boot camp of sorts just here. I always make sure to remind my combat Ekelin, Ekelin, I guess, of the fundamentals before a tricky mission. So you'll find plenty of target dummies and tutorial signs just below. Is there a way I can avoid bloodshed? Quest updated. Ah, the sneaky sort, are we? Well, you're in luck. My agents reported that there's a side entrance to the right of the fortress, which leads into a maintenance tunnel of some sort. I'm sure the Dark Stars laid plenty of traps, but surely nothing you can disarm with a deft hand, eh? Once you're inside, you could try and avoid detection by keeping to the walls. These are old Gad war forts. Have plenty of nooks and crannies, so just... He puts a finger to his lips. Keep quiet and stay out of sight, yes? How do I get to the blinding light? Why don't you see that great big cannon looming overhead? That's part of the Blinding Light Fortress, and is where you need to get to. Just stride into the main gate, making sure to lay any pesky dark stars that get in your way. Once you're in the compound, find a lift mechanism. That will take you up to the battlements. That's where Vela's been holed up. That's the spirit prisoner. I'm sure you'll make short work of those ruffians. And when you're done, be sure to check in with me after the mission. I've taken quite an interest in these honorary isles of late, and I'm sure I can fill you in with plenty of useful tidbits. I want to betray the Inquisition. This base camp was used as a staging ground. It's highly useful to brush up on their skills. We recommend using the training dummies to practice. Beds for cover. I guess we'll sleep till night. At the best time to storm a fortress is at night. Did you make that noise? Crystal points restore your mana. Use the home spell to return to the last crystal point visited. So this is a save. Return home, a teleportation spell. I don't even know how to use half this stuff. Surely there's a better way to equip the knives instead of just throwing them out of your inventory. Your attacks deplete on your current stamina. The lower your stamina, the less damage you'll do. Your maximum stamina will slowly deplete over time. So what if I stealth hit? The regular hit is 8. That's still 8. Still 8. Blocking and parrying. Hold block. If you time a block just as an enemy attack lands, you will parry it. Okay. Oh. Guys, I hate parrying so much. There we go. That was completely by accident. I was trying to time the other ones. I will never parry anything in this game, I guarantee it. Delusions. They already told me what delusions were. Can I just spend delusions? Oh yeah. Okay, maybe this game doesn't have full controller support. Damn fine tea. See that looming fortress? It struck fear into the hearts of many who were braver and stronger than you, stranger. It was made in the God War, so the apostatics named it the Blinding Light to ridicule the gods they planned to butcher. Ironic that it should fall into the hands of someone so blinded by ambition and zeal. Orvella has claimed it in pursuit of her own twisted heaven, and the Blinding Light now turns its guns toward the faithless souls who made it. Her spectral eyes glisten. Tell me, stranger, if a hated enemy stood between you and your most cherished ideal, would you strike them down? Would you have the arrogance to take a life in pursuit of your fantasy? Never. Still, I fear that the world is like this. Such a heart will only see you dead in a gutter by the sword of someone far less scrupulous. Still, you've piqued my curiosity, stranger. I'll have my eye on you. You can't make me follow the main path. I must explore and pilfer. Eye of Pagoth. They wish they could stop me from pilfering. Oh, we're sneaking in. There. Are you? Yeah, I didn't realize you were an enemy. Does your shield break, or do I need to just avoid that? I think it's just an avoid that situation. Look, I like the idea of being a little rat and scurrying around. But I just want to run into it and everything and attack them. Is this foreshadowing? Will I fight a dragon at some point? Also, is my blade wearing down, or has it always looked like that? I may be exploring a little too much. I've gotten away from the fortress. I failed. Nice. Ooh, new weapon, please? Iron ore. A decent quality ore that can be used to upgrade rusty weapons. Yeah, I'll take it. The promise of a future weapon upgrade. Oh, that guy told me there was a thing up here to get by the waterfall. A water pump? From the hit game Pathologic? They exist nowhere else in this world? You have a bow, you need to go now. Paradoxicus. Durability is the worst mechanic, but it would be fitting for this game. The biggest liar in this game was that guy from before who was like, combat is hard. I did see in some of the trailers, some of the reviews, people were saying that combat was weird. But I've played so many games by now with such different and varying combats. I guess the thing he was telling me about was the shack. And besides, I'll find myself content with anything. Ooh, down there. Poison can be applied to weapons for a limited time. I killed it. Oh, it needs to grow back. You know, there was only one game I've ever played that has a poison mechanic similar to that, and I never once engaged with it. And that game is Fallout New Vegas. You can apply poison to weapons in those games, but I never once did that to melee weapons. Oh, how I yearn to explore. Are there two entrances? Two side entrances? They shouldn't have let me out. I'm gonna do everything else before I actually do the objective. Lift is not active. They saw me. Oh, I assume a heavy attack is good to... Does that always break a shield? Or does a heavy attack always stun or something? Crazy how I missed all these boxes. I can't break that one, apparently. I just want to see. Could I have broken that? Is this using all my lockpicks? Or am I just rolling to disarm traps? I think if I entered normally, I'd be down there. Cluttered desk. An assortment of maps, notes, and diagrams clutter the table, detangling the planned exploits of the Dark Star mercenaries. One in particular catches your eye. An expedition to the cursed underlands, far below the sky realms. I yearn for the ground. Old contraptions. You recognize these old machines are God War relics, inoperable and mostly useless. Such strange contraptions are rarely seen outside of Clockwork Kingdom these days. Have I missed that? Can I jump? Oh, I can. Oh, I can sleep here. In enemy territory. Not alone. A sharp noise rouses around you. Groggy, you blink awake. But you are not alone in this place. Oh, fuck. Sleeping in enemy territory was a bad idea. Why is this guy so tough? I'm supposed to be well rested. Oh, I guess I parried. So does that always happen if I sleep where I'm not supposed to sleep? I think now's the time for stealth. It's too late for stealth. This is that lift. I can't use it. Maybe I just turned it on. Where are you going, prisoner? Are you attempting to run from your duty? If you must recuperate, the lift here will take you back to the Inquisition camp. But Vela is still in the fortress, as we strongly suggest you go back inside and find a way to reach the battlements up above. I was always meant to scurry around on the floors. Here's my character's lore. I've always yearned for the floors. I yearned to be on the official ground off these floating skylands, and I tried to escape once, and that's why they imprisoned me. I tried to hijack a vehicle. I know there's big flying airship balloons. You saw me from that far? Usually games have very lax stealth mechanics. But that's not the case with this one. Even games that are very stealth heavy, I feel like you could just crouch from a distance, and if you're in somebody's line of sight, they won't see you. So it's a little... Can I go in this? Okay. It's just unexpected that enemies keep seeing me. But that's really how stealth should be in games, but I feel like so many games have stealth not work like a video game. Actually, they always work like a video game, that's what I'm trying to say. They never work realistically like this, like if somebody sees you. I follow the coins. I'll pilfer everything if I can. Are those swords? No. Ammo, maybe? Oh! New mission. Commandeer the ship and reach the floor. Fuck the Inquisition. I bet I can take all the drones they send after me. Oh, I'm already here, apparently. This way, to the machine! To the flying machine! This one doesn't look like it would fly. Does this one fly? Can I abandon this place? The cutter needs to be repaired. Is this where we make the repairs down here? Let me take off and soar. Is this a shortcut to an area I've already been? It doesn't work, so this is the bottom or the top of a lift to an area I haven't been. Alright. Hold on. I'm gonna look over here first. Oh, they can't use ramps, apparently. You can use ramps. The other one couldn't. Where did he go? Leucosic bomb. A vial of fire, a fine white powder, distilled through alchemical processes. Extremely volatile. Explode on impact, so I got a grenade. I'm gonna be such a hoarder. Are you Vela? Bellichello stands with gravitas. Her voice piercing the clattering of the ship. You notice blood seeps from her armor. She is wounded, but hides it well. Lose the sails! And why is this anti-grav engine not running? Suddenly you catch her eye. What's this, a straggler? The Dark Star Company greets you. My apologies, but you've caught us at a rather inopportune moment. I just escaped from the Inquisition prison. Can I join you? She looks you up and down, smirking. I mean no offense, but the Dark Star Company has certain standards. You don't quite fit the bill. Prepare yourself, straggler. Great deeds are afoot. Deeds that will bring the apostatic union's tyranny to an end. And that will usher in a new age of heaven. And with that, we must take our leave. It's been a pleasure, but I doubt we'll meet again. Take me with you! That thing moves so majestically. We have cannons, right? I'll shoot her down. If you don't take me with you, you're coming down. Mommy, God, I love evil women. Well, I failed the quest. This is her bedroom? Bella spent countless nights here, hunched at her desk by the light of a candle, while the rest of her crew slept. She would pore over sky charts and scour old tomes for shreds of arcane knowledge. Back then, when I was flesh and blood, I thought she was driven by a pure desire to carve out a better world. But in time, I came to think of her as little more than a frightened girl, trying to fix something broken inside herself. For there is a thorn in Vela's heart that she cannot remove. Sometimes its maddening scratch pushes her to greatness. Other times it twists her into cruelty and barbarism. The ghoul looks into your eyes. Listen, stranger. Whether you wish it or not, you will cross paths with Vela. I see it clear as day. But what will happen next is a tangle of infinite possibilities. A dark void that swallows any attempt at foresight. If you wish to understand the woman your fate is bound to, seek an old manor that drifts on the northeastern edge of Hollowshire. I will meet you there. Lost to dialogue once again? She would have escaped either way. I like the noise this makes, but it can't keep making that. And this oddity of a spell draws upon the caster's force of personality rather than their arcane knowledge. I got a spell? Where do I equip that? How do I use that? Oh. Don't know what that did. Upgrade property? What? Training room? Workshop? Quarters? Do I live here? Is this suddenly my residence? Do I get a castle? We're not gonna touch that for now. Maybe I have to touch it. Well, it's set to go back to the Inquisitor. She left, so now you have squatters' rights. Yep, I'm building stuff. Was this here before? What do I lack? Oh, the money. Quarters constructing. Okay, I'm building a bed in her room. Well, above her room. I guess now I return to the Inquisitor. Yeah, return to High Confessor and seek penitence. Oh. Oh. I was hoping I could live alone. Why'd you guys move in so fast? The High Confessor is giving orders to the agents around her, pointing with her mechanical limbs and shouting between bolts of coughing. Eventually she notices you. Hey, she got away, but on the bright side I took the fort. Alone. Ah, Prisoner XVII, wasn't it? Our drones have been tracking you. It seems that Vela has escaped. I played your little game. Will you let me free? The device shifts ominously towards you. Need I remind you, prisoner, that your sentence remains unfulfilled? We must ascertain where Vela has fled to. Luckily for us, I know just who we can ask. She laughs to herself, but this turns into a pained series of retches. After a moment, you think she may have vomited. Her cavities open up. I can see her rotting corpse on the inside. Excuse me. The Honorary Isles are home to a number of former Dark Star mercenaries. My superiors would rather I executed them, but she's silent for a moment. They are more used to us alive. If anyone knows where Vela went, they will. I will start with Jack Basalt, a former Navy captain turned sellsword. We've already contacted him and arranged a meeting. You can find him in the Wobbly Noggin pub in Hollowtown, in the center of the Honorary Isles. Honorary Isles? Basalt has promised to direct us towards his comrades in exchange for the polymath's pardon. He can help you find the others. Which way is it to Hollowtown? Follow the road south through the village of Quill, and cross the gate bridge. This should get you to Hollowshire. You will need to acquire an Apostatic Union passport to cross the bridge. I wish I could grant you one myself, but we are undersupplied. Perhaps the locals in the village of Quill will help you. Why me of all your agents? The Dark Stars are deeply mistrustful of the Inquisition. You could say we've had a few run-ins in the past. As one of our newest and most amenable operatives, you may have better luck than another of my agents. Got it. Good. And be careful. These islands are on the very fringe of Apostolic Union territory. There may be worshippers or even minor gods who have fled the Union's purges tucked away here. The only assertedly faithless place is Hollowtown. And beyond Hollowshire's borders, there is ground even Union boots won't tread on. To the east, the Clockwork Kingdom is in a full-blown crisis, while the people of the Endless Realm to the west are cursed to never die. My tribunal will establish a command post in this fortress, the Blinding Light. Return here to recuperate if you wish. Oh, and one more thing. From now on, you'll be known as Confessor XVII. I'm a confessor? This doesn't change your crimes or your sentence, but it sounds a little better than prisoner, eh? I have some questions. Very well, but with a shudder, the machine squats slightly. You'll have to speak up. It is most echoey in here. Why are you in that metal coffin? You are not the only member of this tribunal to have betrayed the Apostolic Union. In my former life, I committed heinous crimes. She lets out a metallic sigh. Unlicensed spell weaving, conversing with gods, abetting armed conflict. I could go on. This iron coffin is an honor, a privilege. The pain it delivers, the exquisite torment sharpens my reason. And it was specially designed to insulate my mind, lest I hear the gods' cruel whispers and forget my penance. What's with the fortress? Its name is the Blinding Light. It was a god war fortress some 40 years ago, a marvel of Cardovan engineering. That giant cannon blasted void steel spears through the heart of many a god. At the height of the Dark Store's infamy, Vela Kalos procured this fortress, restored it from a heap of scraps. For the past few years, since the Dark Stars mutinied against one another, Vela has been hiding here. Believe it or not, I have been here before, long ago. It's strange to be back. Farewell, Confessor. I love the Confessor. I love the Confessor so much, actually. And I think I love the Inquisition, too. I'm switching sides. Switching sides. The design of this character is just so cool. So she gave you the rank of Confessor, eh? Well, I suppose we'll be working together then. Just remember, the rank of Confessor will stick to you like a birthmark. It makes you everywhere. It marks you everywhere as a prisoner seeking penitence through duty. Even she cannot escape that tainted rank. She made me Confessor. I must like her. Are you the Inquisitor? Ah, Confessor. I just knew you'd survive the assault. The drones were all but certain you'd meet a gruesome end. But you sure showed them, eh? I gotta go have fun gaming chat. Alright. Bye, Benjesta. Hope you have a good rest of your day. About the tea you wanted. Never mind. About the mission. I had questions about the Sky Realms? Tell me about the One-Eerie Isles. Well, the One-Eerie Isles are the archipelago we're on now. It's always been at the fringe of Union territory, and has only recently had a regional council installed in Hollowshire. But there are also islands outside of Union control. To the east lies the Clockwork Kingdom, ruled by a machine monarch, while to the west lies a rather frightful place of undying souls known as the Endless Realm. Tell me of Hollowshire. Though Hollowshire has technically been under Union control since the God War, it's been somewhat neglected until recently. That means there's still cultists lurking among the hills, not yet flushed out. There are even whispers of gods lurking in nasty nooks and crannies. But there's no need to worry. A Union Council chamber has just been built in Hollowtown, and this place now has its very own polymath. With such an esteemed education, she'll have the place sorted out in no time. Tell me about you. Me? Oh, there's not much to tell. I'm just a humble servant of the Apostolic Union. Time ago I was a counselor, would you believe? Only a rather embarrassing incident involved the lost shipment of hallucinogenic scry shrooms saw me demoted to a less public-facing role. So here I am, working for the esteemed Inquisition. Only one can't help if their thoughts often drift to home comforts, eh? I have a lovely little cottage back in London with my wife, Blundell. One day I'll pack all this in and get back to growing button caps in my garden. If it isn't our newest confessor, she bows her head politely. I'd love to help you with your mission, but I don't have the security clearance to know all the ins and outs. You should speak with Inquisitor Ignavius on the platform opposite the High Confessor. So then that's the way to go? Oh, is that the town just over there? You know, I never know how big these games are that I get into. That dragon is so cool. But I've come to expect that they're fairly short most of the time. Like, I thought Fly Night felt big, but I was able to finish that in one stream. By the way, Andy, are you British or American? Sorry if this is dumb, but I can't tell. That is a very curious question. Does anyone else share the same question? Do I sound British? Because I am American. Oh my, what's all the commotion over yonder? I appear to be quite lost. I brought a map of these One-Eerie Isles back in Riova, but it seems to be decades out of date, he grumbles. That's the trouble with these fringe islands. Every few decades, they've floated into different positions. Take my advice, traveler. If you're looking to explore, make sure you find an accurate map. Where can I find a map? Well, I noticed the Eurodite Academy is flying over Hollowshire, to the south of here. Can you see it up there in the sky? It travels all over the Apostolic Union, so I've heard. I've met one of their scholars in a red tent in the forest underneath Quill Village. Though I've seen them in other places too. Believe it or not, they're working on a map of the region right now. Only it's not quite ready. Still, I'd try asking them. Worth a shot, eh? Where are you trying to get to? I'm trying to get to the Endless Realm. It's said to be a place where people never die, even though the flesh peels from their bones. As a boy, my mother would scare me with tales of the Cadaver Crusades, where the Endless would hunt the living and feast on their still warm bodies. It would scare me witless, but still I always dreamed of going there someday. And I have it on good authority they've reformed their ways. They only eat non-sentient meat. They're on good terms with the Apostolic Union. So I said to myself, what do I have to lose? Well, I suppose they could still eat me. There's something above us that floats around. That's a cloud. That one? Are we speaking of islands? That fortress is huge. The youth looks at you with caution, wide-eyed, lodged in a gaunt face. Oh, a newcomer. Oh, welcome to Quill Village. My name's Ludd. Were you, involved in all that commotion at the old fort? I'm an Inquisition agent, hunting criminals of the Apostolic Union. He shivers and looks you up and down. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize. You don't look much like one of those agents. You must be undercover, right? Well, it would help. Well, if it would help, I could tell you about our town. We're just a humble village. Have you heard of Scritchroom? It's a mushroom that shows you the future. We grow it and sell it. Only, things aren't going so well lately. People are worried. What's wrong, exactly? Well, the crop yield is bad. Each year we've been growing less Scritchroom. Some people are getting worried. I've heard some people are considering the old ways. You know, consorting with Wiccans and gods. So what? Well, we're part of the Apostolic Union, see? So god worship is very illegal. Anyway, the local waitmaster, Colwich, has gotten pretty spooked by it all. He's weighing everyone who comes by, just to make sure they're not a Wiccan. But my mother, Olwen, she's the mayor, by the way, doesn't seem too bothered by it all. She's much too worried about something else. I heard her mumbling about some sort of monster lately. Oh, I'm sorry, I do tend the waffle, don't I? Is there anything you'd like to know? Point me around town. I suppose, he gestures behind him. Just in town you'll find the Way House, the Waymaster Colwich. He's pretty respected around here. Nearby is Scritchroom Company, who sells Scryshrooms? I gotta figure out how to say this. Scryshrooms sounds right to me. Scryshrooms. Scryshrooms, of course. And, other things. Further up the hill is the mayor's house. That's where my mother... the mayor lives. She sometimes has work going. And further up is the old Scared Room. Only it's dead. What does the waitmaster do? Oh, Colwich? He's pretty important. He went to Ryova, the capital city of the Apostolic Union. That's really far away, to get certified as a weighmaster. He weighs things for merchants and buyers to make sure the price is fair. Might not seem like much, but for a small town like us, it means we can trade with realms like Vena, Bion, and Lundell. He leans closer, eyes wide, but he also weighs people. Lately, he's been really worried about Wiccan sympathizers, and he has magic cipher scales that can tell if you're evil. He looks sheepish. He's not weighed me, though. I guess he doesn't think I'm tough enough to be a criminal. Why is the sacred shroom dead? Oh, well, that's because Kulwich killed our god, of course. Kulwich? Would you care to elaborate? Oh, sorry, I forgot. Not everybody knows about it. Our old god was Nugwin. And he was really mean. He wanted people to sacrifice himself at the sacred shrooms to make the scry shrooms grow good. Maybe that's why the shrooms aren't growing so well. Tell me about the Scry Shroom Company. It's run by Dwyn, whose family's been growing Scry Shroom for generations. Without his company, the town wouldn't really exist. Mushrooms are kinda all there around here. Mother won't let me drink Scry Shroom tea, even though she does all the time. She says it's too intense. You have to be a responsible adult to see the future. Can I have some Scry Shroom tea? I don't see the big deal, though. She mostly just hallucinates about having a bigger garden. So those are the Scry Shroom fields. Oh, these are all Scry Shrooms. How's the audio, by the way? That little effect that keeps happening feels a little loud to me. Also, what's voiceover volume? They don't speak. Do we think this game hides things behind waterfalls? Not this one. Audio's fine. I'm gonna break into every building. Oh, are you the Waymaster? Welcome, welcome. Pull up a stool. If you're looking for Scry Shroom, you've come to the right place. Do you know what Scry Shroom does, newcomer? Yeah. Then you'll have heard it shows you the future. But see, that puts some folk off, as they're scared of what they might see. I'm here to tell you it ain't like that. Oh, I think it's for the narration. Like during the cutscenes. There aren't no cipher spells in the great library of Bion. Bion sounds right. There ain't no cipher spell in the great library of Bion that can do what Scry Shroom does. It plunges your into the rivers of time, so you can see the bends and the currents rushing towards you. Did you know how I grew this business? Not with luck, my friend. Oh no. I used the humble Scry Shroom to outsmart my rivals. And now my company ships them to every corner of the Apostolic Union. So what'd you say? You buying? Okay, you've convinced me. What are you selling? That's what I like to hear. I've got a good pot of Scry Shroom tea on the brew. And we've got a few other odds and ends if you're hankering for supplies. I've also got room to rent upstairs for 2 coin if you need some rest. Is there anywhere I can find an Apostolic Union passport? Only Union officials and certified traders can dispense them. You'll be wanting to talk to our local Waymaster, Kulwich, over in the Way House. He won't just hand them out for everyone. You look like a resourceful merchant. I have coin, and I'm willing to pay. Careful now, you're suggesting an illegal trade. That sort of talk could see us both rotting in an Inquisition cell. Don't you worry, you can trust me. Oh. Maybe I should use some of those points and up my charm. Squid shit. I ain't trusting anyone who just walks through my doors. Scratch room tea. It's not that much. Compass. Probably very useful, huh? I have enough money pilfered. Drinking this tea brewed from scratch rooms boosts your lore. Well, I'm gonna buy that for my inquisitorial friend. Hi there. I want to see more humans with these crazy body modifications, but I guess that's limited to prisoners. New face, eh? If you got business here, talk to Dwin at the counter. He's the proprietor of this business. I'm really only employed to make sure things go smoothly. How do you make sure things go smoothly exactly? Well, the details are of such a nature that I wouldn't feel comfortable discussing them over tea. I'm a mercenary, you see. I fought with Ion Serpents, the Lundell Blackguard, and even the Dark Stars for a time. And now I protect the business interests of this fine gentleman, nothing more, so please pay me no heed. If you work with Dark Stars, then maybe you have information for me? I'm looking for some former Dark Star mercenaries. He narrows his eyes. Oh, is that so? Well, your motives better be pretty fucking congenial. It's no secret that I'm a former Dark Star merc myself. Of course, I haven't sailed with them in years. I left after the mutiny, once it became clear that Vela's ambitions, once so intoxicating, were likely to get us all killed. Well, out with it then. Exactly who are you looking for? Tell me about Vela. Now that's a good one. You're just gonna stride up to the boss lady herself and claim that Union bounty, are you? Now, don't get me wrong, I never really knew the woman. I was too low ranked to be clinking my tankard with her. But I've been privy to some of her deeds, and well, let's just say you don't ever want to cross swords with Vela, Alex. As for where she's gone, I haven't the slightest idea, and I wouldn't tell you if I did. The woman has plans in motion that I couldn't begin to comprehend, and I won't be found complicit in trying to thwart her efforts for the sake of my own neck. Meeting with Jack Basalt. Ah, good old Jack. And the Union, they still call him Shame of the Navy, after he abandoned his rank and station to join Vela's merry band. In battle, the man was a demon. When his voice bellowed across the deck of a skyship, sword raised high, you made sure to heed it. But below decks, he always found time to share a drink with those under his command. Learning their names, their troubles, not every merc captain does that. Oh, of course. I don't know if that was thanks to a kind heart or his weakness for the strong stuff. Let me guess. You're meeting in a pub, right? I'll be going. Are you the weighmaster? These are some weighing things. The man's eyes follow you with suspicion. His graying hair and weathered skin suggest he's older than most in this village, and a faded scar runs down his face. You're new to town, I gather. Well, I'm the local weighmaster. Name's Colwich. And I'll have you know, before you engage in any business in Quill, I'm taking your weight. So without another word, please step on the scales. Thanking you kindly. Wait, why do you want to weigh me? By decree of the Apostolic Union, all those seeking the trade in its jurisdictions must prove they're of an ordinary disposition, that is, not physically altered by cipher magic or god devotion, nor bearing the guilt of unpunished crimes. Alright, I suppose. while I am a prisoner. Okay, that updated my quest. The scales have told me that I am heavy. Interesting. Very interesting. Did I pass? The prime glyph says you're a criminal. The lesser glyphs are harder to parse. Let's see now. It says you're of noble blood. And this is a strange glyph. I think it means disgrace. So you're probably a runaway from one of those corrupt noble families. Ah, but there's one more glyph. Inquisition agent? He looks up from his parchment, his face struck with puzzlement. Begging your pardon, at first glance I thought you might be one of those Dark Star mercenaries, running from the Inquisition raid. But you must have been fighting those scoundrels, eh? Yes, I'm a confessor, atoning for my crimes. Well, far be it me to delay Inquisition business. I've approved your visit to Quill. You won't get in any trouble. But, say, in light of your profession, could you lend the humble servant of the Apostolic Union a hand? There'd be an Apostolic Union passport in it for you. See, the Inquisition raid ain't the only reason we've been eager to weigh people of late. There's also fears of bloody god worship among the townsfolk. After all we've been through. So you need help tracking down god worshippers. He leans forward and speaks low. Hey, folk have been afeared recently, you see. The soil's dying and harvests are down. Merchants want to buy our scry shrew more than ever. But we can't meet demand. So some have been flirting with the old ways. What makes the old ways so bad? It's been 40 years since the God War, 40 years since the Apostatics told the Wiccans and their gods to go fuck themselves. 40 years since me and lads drove a void spear through our own god's eye. That cruel, violent bastard of a god. Angwin. And in those 40 years, folks have forgotten how bad it was under the divine tyrant and his Wiccan lackeys. Sure, we've had bountiful harvests and our purses were bulging, but our sons and daughters were taken from us, and the soil was fertilized with their blood. Our old god Angwin's been dead for long enough, but they say so long as people still believe some part of a god can live on. So there's been murmuring of some folk trying to bring him back, and that's got the rest of us so scared shitless. Trouble with a small town like this. We all know each other. Guilty parties won't talk to me, but you're an outsider, and an Inquisition agent to boot. I need you to ask around and find any Wiccan sympathizers that we can sort this out quietly, before the villagers start lopping each other's heads off in a frenzy. Find someone out there, and I'll dispense you a Union passport that will grant you passage to Hollowshire. I get this god thing, but what exactly is a Wiccan? Have things gotten so comfy in Union that people have forgotten their history? Well, I'll be damned. For as long as people remember, Wiccans have acted as mediators between gods and their worshippers. He strokes his chin. Kind of like lawyers of the divine, I guess. Supposedly, they acted in the best interests of mortals and the gods, binding both in a magical contract that made sure neither gets scuppered over. Except here in Quill, our Wiccans fucked us. The terms were all in Angwin's favor. We can't have been alone, because 40 years ago the Apostates started the God War, but we weren't the only place to slay their own god, let me tell you. Alright, I'll see what I can do. You have my thanks. Let me know. Too much talking. No? What do you mean? I want in. We're gonna come back. What is that? We're gonna do some exploring, but I'll come back. Do we think there's fall damage? Well, I'm gonna fall in the water, so surely not. Oh! Welcome to my prison, human. The words smash against your skull with dread portent. There's no mistaking it. You're speaking to a god. I'm committing sins already. I was just told that gods are bad. As a member of the Inquisition, I don't think I should even be speaking to a god. Or even thinking about one. I sense it in you. That abject horror. That searing shock. Your heart beats so fast it might burst, human. Wait, am I dead? The entity laughs. Great pulses of eldritch energy reverberate through your bones. No, human, you are not dead. Not yet. You were moments from death. I plucked you from certain peril, as easily as your kind would pull a weed. But it was not an act of kindness. I require something in return. I did not ask to be saved, and I did not seek your consent. Make no mistake, human. Your life means little. Without me, you would just be another pile of bones sinking into the dirt. You will help me, or you will perish. Bella Kalos and her arrogance chained me here in the shackles of void steel. I wish to be free, and so she must die. You hunt Vela, correct? Without my aid, your mission is futile. You will surely meet a gruesome demise. So I will save you. I will pluck you from the precipice of oblivion, again and again, until the deed is done. Who are you? How times have changed that a human would ask such a thing. There were times in ages past where my shrines were in 1,000 settlements, where every Wiccan knew my name, where my mind rang with the prayers of your kind. I will not stoop to introducing myself, but know this. There are still those loyal to me, who preserve my hidden shrines. It is to these places that I will summon you, should your death be imminent. Why did Vela capture you? Why else? She craved my power. I am unique in the pantheon of major gods, as I can sense the moment of one's demise, and steal them from their fate. But in her arrogance, this was not enough, for I cannot revive someone who is long dead. There are no gods who can, save, perchance, the dreamers themselves. So she kept me chained here, such is the sorry state of the world, that no followers come to save me. Not even the Wiccans came to my aid. Damn that cursed god war. Remember our bargain, human. Oh. Yeah. Okay. I tried to open that earlier. You know, sometimes I just want to run around and kill stuff and explore a weird world. Did my bedroom finish getting built? I could use a nap. No. Can I sleep in her bed? So fall damage is the thing. I want to go towards that area. I'll go back to the village later. I'm ready for more talking and reading. I could have given that guy the tea. I forgot. Oh. I didn't even realize that. Oh no, this isn't... Oh, I was here earlier. There's a few more Vela's men around. Shortcut. Now what is over here? This contraption seems to require a key. The Apostolic Union now considers me as accepted? I can... There's reputation? Hi. The Dark Star mercenary languishes an ale in one hand. She barely registers your presence. So are you with the Inquisition, or some petty thief come to pick at our corpses? I'm just passing through, no quarrel with you. I would like to befriend these guys if I can. I will betray the Inquisition when it comes to it. Damn straight, any funny business and I'll lop off your head. I gotta upgrade my charm. Is that persona? Governs the charm and barter skills. I guess I only had the one. I thought I had accepted more. Yeah, there is this. Even though I'm killing the Dark Star mercenaries, I'm neutral with them. What can you tell me about Vela Kalos? She squints at you, her head swaying from the booze. You can keep a secret, right? She leads the Dark Star mercenaries, so I'm supposed to tip my hat and call her boss, but between you and me, she's gonna get us all killed. Maybe already has. She speaks of mad prophecies, of breaking reality itself, to make some sort of deathless heaven. Nonsense and lies, a lot. If you don't care for Vela, let me let me in the storeroom below. You know what? Why do I always get the shifty jobs? Sure, you can loot the whole place for all I care. Let's show Vela a thing or two. Well, she abandoned this place. Does she really care about this small storeroom? What? Did I just upgrade the sword? It's an option too. I lack the materials. Okay. So that's a weapon upgrading bench. My pockets! They're full of lockpicks! A bomb. Here's a creature. What are you, like an escaped prisoner who was experimented on? Or are you just a creature of this land? They gotta let me shoot one of these cannons, right? Are you another one? I don't think friendly NPCs are gonna be mobile like this, so I think I'm good to take this. No, it says A. Silk thread. You're a friendly creature. You don't have a face. I thought you would have a face. My lore skill is too low. There's something I could take for lore. The tea. Where's the tea? Scry shroom tea. I'll buy another. Oh, it's still too low. Oh, come on. I want the secrets. I didn't come all this way for no secrets. Nice. There's one. Ooh. Glimpse of delusion. More lockpicks. Ring of common health. Boost the health of the wearer. How do I equip stuff? Navigating these menus are really confusing for me. There we go. And I keep forgetting to use my spell. Okay, I think I've seen everything there is to see around here. Did I do that wrong? Nice, I'm back here now. Now, if I died, did that conversation save? It did. How can you tell so much from those scales? These are morality scales. You'll see there's only one visible. That's because it's magically linked at the fulcrum. Through a bond of cipher, to a scale containing the moral standard. What's the moral standard? Oh no, that would be preposterous. How could you tell so much about a person by weighing him against a dead weight? No, don't be stupid. The moral standard is a person. A carefully selected person who bears qualities deemed the epitome of apostolic union morality. By weighing you against such perfect integrity, we can tell by what degree your character is lacking. I think the current moral standard resides far off in Bion University. They have to rest and sleep between weighings, of course, which is why weigh houses only open at certain times. Huh. Why does such a small town need to weigh people? Didn't I ask this question already? I need some more tea. Have you heard the rumors of god worshippers in Quill? He frowns. Now look, that's a pretty nasty accusation to be thrown around willy-nilly. What exactly are you getting at, newcomer? Of all the people in Quill, you stand the most to gain from a better harvest, no? You dare accuse me of such a thing in my own shop? Listen here, you runt. I had my family who sacrificed themselves to that cunt of a god just so we could be here today. I remember just being a boy and seeing my uncle, who raised me like I was his own, walked into the sacred shroom, never to come back. If I knew of anyone who was cavorting with Wiccans, I'd... It's true, the business had been hurting lately. The soil's not what it used to be when I was a boy, and each year the yield gets leaner. But I'd sooner pack the whole thing in, and be begging on the streets of Hollowshire than subject Quill to that tyrant god again. He lowers his voice to a hushed whisper. If there really are folk around here praying to Angwin, I'm not saying there are, but they'd be doing it under the cover of darkness, I'd wager. One last thing, I saw someone lurking in the dark as I was packing up. Now if someone were to rest until nightfall, they might be able to take a better look. But that's all I'll say on the matter. Okay then. More tea, please. Let's buy a few, because they could be useful in the future. Can I sell my lockpicks? Oh, I can sell. Oh, I can only sell equipment, I guess. You know of any god worshippers here? Ah, so old Cold Witch got you hunting down would-be Wiccans, right? I don't like to get involved in such matters. What people ascribe to, be it legal or otherwise, is no business of mine. I'm no lawman after all. Of course, it hardly needs stating that if I were looking for people involved in illicit deeds, I'd probably keep an eye out for what happens after nightfall. Okay. What's around here? This is probably where the Wiccans gather. On the outskirts in a cave. Oh, I yearn to go see the creature. Secrets and spores. In Sprill Village, you found evidence of god worship deep in the caves under the town. Waymaster Colwich will surely want to hear of this. I'd like to hear from the god worshippers first. I'm not going to report back to him until I have more, until I know more about the situation. Oh, is this the corpse of the god? Is this the spear Colwich said was thrusted into him? Yeah. Looks like it. He's bigger than I thought he would be. Maybe I'll ask him about it. Maybe he's so nervous and stammering all the time because he's a god worshipper. No, he doesn't care. Let's take a look down here. Farmhand sits aimlessly, watching the mushrooms. Busy day? You startled the farmhand. Hmm? Oh, Emmer wasn't slacking off. Oh, nah, it's just, there ain't much to do around here lately. On account of, the poor mushroom yield. The poor shroom yield. Each year the harvests get leaner and leaner. Dwin says it'll be fine, but I don't think even he believes it. Last time I took Scry Shroom, I saw a vision of Quill. Barren and bare, the house is all ruined. Honestly, unless we do something, this house ain't got much of a future, I reckon. Leave you to it. It keeps saying this looks like an interesting landmark. I assume that would do something for me if I had a map, maybe? This is a mill. There's secrets. Are you a god worshipper? You look undead. Huh. What's this? Another drop-in? I thought I told Dwin to stop giving the key to any old breather. She let out a raspy sigh. Look, I'm sure you know the drill, but tell anyone about our little smuggling enterprise here, and you'll get a blade in the gut. Smuggling enterprise? I don't mind being a part of a smuggling enterprise. Can I join? Well, with the pleasantries out of the way, what'll it be? You looking to move some goods, or are you after a Union passport? Let's see what you got for sale. And obviously you didn't get it from me, right? A truth potion. Dispels illusions, reveals the truth of things. Lockpick, throwing knives. Union has banned use of this potion, for it interferes. I'm gonna buy that. Well, I can get a passport through here. That's interesting. Easy passport. You look a little worse for wear. What, you never seen an endless before? She coughs. But you haven't at all. Well, the name's Goltrid, and I'm 600 and something years old. Forgive me if I can't recall the exact number. The last 100 have been a bit of a drag. Anyway, I'm not a bloody emissary for the Endless Realm. You can see its rotten trees and mausoleum spires from Quill. If you really want to know the delights of eternal life in a dusty tomb, you can go visit sometime. Your Union passports, do they work? Well, if they didn't, it's not likely to tell me. I'm not likely to tell you now, am I? How's this? If the fellow at the gate bridge susses it's a forgery, I'll come give you a friendly visit at your Inquisition prison cell. Satisfied? So if you want one, just have a look through my stock. What's with the portal in the back? An old family heirloom, shall we say. Us Endless are fond of our portal mirrors, even if they often lead you to our end of a mausoleum. Thought I might as well make good use of a pair and struck up this little partnership with Dwin. This one leads to the lost purse in Hollowtown. Let's just say the folk over there share a mutual distaste for Union taxes. Only they keep the room barred from the other side unless we have a delivery, so don't go snooping now. I want to snoop. Let me in. I'm so good at lockpicking. Well, I've jumped towns. Glorious treasure. A sublime antique that would make any collector perspire at the sight of it. Can be sold for a small fortune. Are you interested in buying this treasure I found? Not you. Maybe the merchant upstairs. Also, who's Dwill? Yeah, I was over here earlier. Chances of a secret waterfall? No secret. Is that really a small fortune? 59 coins? Well then, I'll treat myself to some tea. went in there. I'm not gonna report back to him yet. How big is this town, by the way? That's the big mushroom. I didn't notice that. The dead mushroom. Is this airship services? Hi. The woman casts you in a different gaze. Greetings, traveler. Welcome to the yawns, then rubs her temples. The Quill Port of Winged Merchants Guild. I'm the local harbor master. Can I help you? How can I get my own airship? She smirks. What do you think? We just hand them out to bright-eyed travelers? It takes a lot of coin to buy a sailing vessel, you know. Most Union merchants only have shares of the ships they use. Plus, if you had a bulging coin purse under those... She vaguely gestures at your clothes. Fine garments you're wearing these days, you'll need a right of permission from the Riovan Port Authority. And trust me, you're not going to find one of those lying around here in the sticks. What does the guild do here in Quill? Takes a sharp intake of breath, as if the question was a particularly confounding riddle. Well, we oversee the transfer of goods, impose tariffs, check for contraband, that sort of thing. Quill is a pretty quiet place, so we don't get much traffic. Once a week, a merchant ship. Otherwise, a cog or a sloop come from Hollowtown with exports from the Union Heartlands. Maybe once in a while we'll get a dough from Al Asfara. And after we unload their goods, what do they want? Scry shroom. Always fucking scry shroom. I swear, if I have to winch one more crate of the stuff... I want an airship! And then I can touch the ground. I want to steal Vela's airship. Guys, that thing. The thing is ominous. The big ominous thing over there is being ominous. Didn't they say I could see the Endless Realm from somewhere? Also, the fortress is massive. And there's the... Oh, that's the gate I need to get through, don't I? I want to see the mushroom. Graves. That's where the spear is. Down there to the cave. I guess these were people that were sacrificed. Well, there's only one more building to go in. Besides for this, over here. And what is this? The lift is already here? Oh. Well then. I will do some exploration. Oh, it says the spell's a mystery, so I don't even know what it does. I'll need to test it out. It doesn't even tell me. You are gonna shoot at me, aren't you? I can tell. I charmed him? He looked gross, but he's kinda actually cute now. He's a big frog guy. Oh, it doesn't last forever. Maybe it'll help me in battle or something. But I think it's better to kill enemies for the coins. You have a sword? What's that noise? Isn't that the save? The saving crystal? There's something. Scholar has one eye pressed to his looking glass. As you approach, he squints, takes a deep breath, and is suddenly still. Ah. Are you okay? Oh. Shoo! As the scholar sneezes, he sprays a thick globule of mucus over his looking glass lens. He wipes his face and looks perturbed. These bloody mushroom spores. Why'd have to be sent to Quill of all places to make this damned map? Can I get a copy of your map? Look, I don't have time to pander to your every want. The chief cartographer needs this urgently. They turn to look at you, then pause, as if realizing something. Actually, you know what? Maybe you can have a copy. As long as you're willing to work for it. I can do that. What do you need? Making a new kind of map. A magical map that tracks the shifting movements of these islands, and corrects itself. The real work is with the cipher spell we're weaving together. But I need someone to go out and anchor the spell to specific landmarks. Take this cartography notebook. When you get to a landmark, equip it and use it to make a cipher chart. The map will show up in your journal. If you obtain a compass, you'll be able to see yourself on the map too. There are 4 scholars working on this map, including myself. Together we cover Hollowshire, the Endless Realm, the Clockwork Kingdom, and Quill. You should also visit my colleagues to see what landmarks they need. The most important region we need mapping is Hollowshire. I'll note these locations in your log, as I'm sure whoever marks them will be rewarded. Okay, so what landmarks do you need for this region? Well, the first one I was supposed to chart was the old God War fortress over there, called the Blinding Light. Only I heard it's infested with pirates and smugglers, so I was going to wait until I felt better. Then there's another fortress to the southeast of the island, but have you seen the huge creature that's floating above it? No, that one will have to wait. I did see that thing. And finally there's the sacred mushroom, the sacred shroom as the locals call it, to the northwest. Only that's the largest mushroom I've ever seen, so it would surely destroy my sinuses. What's the reward? Well, you'll get access to the map itself, but I suppose we can throw a few coins with each cipher chart too. And if you manage to map the Hollowshire region, I'll consider giving you a recommendation to the Rudite Academy. Can you see it flying up there in the sky? Being allowed access is a real privilege, believe me. What academy? Where is this academy? There's so many miscellaneous flying islands, I don't know which they're ever talking about. Oh, I equipped the throwing knives. So I can equip one item into that one, which is a consumable item. What do you mean I don't have any map charts? Also, is that I need to use the item? Maybe I need to chart use it at the landmarks first before I get an actual map. There's another thing. Forgot I could stealth. I think it saw me already, though. Could probably use a potion. Oh, come on. Locked from the other side. Oh, I think the top is how I get in there. Might be an elevator or something. Like you're ever gonna use consumables. I know I can save them all and wait until I find a bed. I do want to figure out how to use the knives though. Am I in the undead area? No clue. I think I actually just interrupted a skeleton who was out here living his normal life. He had a hut and a farm. Any secrets? I don't see any candlesticks. How do I use... Okay, this only tells me... Okay. Crouch... Spell, item... Oh, D-pad. I haven't even thought about touching the D-pad. So can I equip multiple equipables? Delicious. Delicious red potion. But there's no other side. I think from above. From up there you can somehow get through the tube and get down to the bottom. Oh, silk. Silk creature. Oh, I like plucked its eye. Is that what that's supposed to be? I feel like this is to the dead realm. I think this is a big mausoleum down here. See, there's no point in not killing everything you come across. You can stack up on so many items. Well, there's a big mushroom here. Are mushrooms just everywhere in this land? $10 coins. I'll do parkour for 10 coins. Knives are kind of shit. Yeah, they barely deal any damage. This looks like an interesting landmark. That means I need to use my this. A chart you created in your cartography notebook. The chart is enchanted with cipher to magically update, even if the landscape changes. Is the land actually going to change? You can give it to an academy scholar. Still no map. Oh, was this the big mushroom that guy was talking about and not the dead shroom? This is a frog mushroom. You can stealth. I am a stealthy thief after all. That's a plant. Are you already attacking me? That does seem to be the case. I don't like the way it flicks my screen up either. Also, did that just home in on me? You're shooting flies? There we go. I'm not allowed to have a map, I think. Why do I keep getting ammo, too? I think I was supposed to find another weapon at some point. Is this god worship signs? What is doing this to me? There's a trap on the floor. And the door, I couldn't even open the door. I hear footsteps. I think. No, you're not lining up with the noise I'm hearing. Oh, that thing's hurting itself. I guess those projectiles are explosive. Yeah, there we go. So that's up. What's this way? Up, but a different angle. Up, but the cool way. Oh, up, but I didn't have to fight enemies. We're in the meat part of the mushroom. Every mushroom has one of these. I think I'm here early. Come on. I bet they were supposed to give me a key for that, for a quest or something. Watch out for traps. There's definitely some god stuff going on here. At least I get the chest reward of modest treasure. See, what I like about most of these weird games that I play is that they're mostly just exploration. I think I'm realizing that I like a lot of exploration and mindlessly fighting. But this one has a lot more story to it than I'm used to. Because I needed a key in there? Surely that's not something I missed, right? Surely it's a quest I was supposed to interact with? I could probably use a stamina potion. I'm in my potion era. The animations are nice. Exploration usually is the best part. Oh god, you just had to turn around. Did I already take your silk? I guess not. Okay, now there was a ramp back there. Maybe that's where the key is. I want to be able to explore Holland. Oh, fuck. That was very close. This is just the other side of that first door I found. So this is like the alternate route up. Or if you don't want to fight anything. I like that the game gives you the choice, but I feel like it makes more sense to fight things. Anyway, I've wandered a bit too far off the path. There's something moving over there. Yeah, you. Are those more parkour pillars I see? Ooh, up there. See, I yearn for the ground, but I also like to go up high. Also, I'm getting so much money. Squirming Godlet. A squirming writhing creature that looks at you with wet beady eyes and occasionally squeals at with some unknown intent. The various factions in Hollowshire might be interested in such a specimen. I found a baby. That feels like a trap. Like a Venus flytrap mushroom. I saw this guy. He's gonna turn around. Don't see me? He definitely saw me. My lore skill! See, this is why you shouldn't spend your points when you get them. Now, do I have enough? There we go. Always save them. Gotta look for more of those, though. Oh, that's the entrance, then. Surely this won't make me burn through all of my lockpicks. I just need to roll a 6. Maybe there's something I can drink for this. The T is for... not that. Eye of Pagan. It's an ingredient. Poison. Jitter seed. Silk. That's an ingredient. The only thing that I really have is the tea, which doesn't help with this. There we go. Just costed me a lot of my lockpicks. Cipher Spear. That sounds cool. It's the last secret switch in here. Oh, the secret was just a way to get in here without spending lockpicks. But where is the other one? I need to know. That uses mana? And now I have access to the super secret room. Okay, I want to go to this one now. More lockpicking. It's okay, I love rolling dice. Chainmail coif? Armor? I didn't know there was armor. Oh yeah, there's armor. There's a little bit of defense. That should help out. Let's go up there now. Wow, regular trees. That's back towards where the castle is. Oh, I yearn for the mines. Oh, but only one? I need 2 to upgrade my weapon. Well, I need 3 total, but I already had 1. So I need 1 more. How the hell? This isn't gonna let me go up there, is it? No. God War Fort. Mercenary Camp. Hill Village. Sacred Shroom. I think I'm ready to go back to the... Oh, wow. What is that one? This way to God War Fort. But it was crossed out and says, the esteemed Rotten Onion Mercenary Camp. Let's return to the village. I could teleport there, but I'm going to walk. Because I want to see more of the land. There's this thing again. Oh, these are the death shrines. I must respawn here, maybe. It looks like the guy who was chained up. Okay, I know I needed, like, at the lift here, it said... This just seemed like an important place, right? No? Have I been in here? I have not yet activated the lift. But I have activated this lift? I think I need to be up there in order to mark it down. Now I can use it. Is that lift not the one that I saw up here? Why is it not active then? Also, is my bed done? That's not right. I guess I can live with it though. My quarters are done. Time to sleep. Did I win an award? When did that happen? Oh. That's for meeting the death god. Now I could afford the workshop, but then I wouldn't be able to afford my sword upgrade. And the thing is that there is a sword upgrade workbench not too far from here. So maybe it's worth it to hold on to this. Also, I can give that guy the tea. This guy yearns for his drug tea. I got you some Scryshroom tea. Ah, Confessor, this is exactly what I was looking for. How thoughtful of you. He removes from his belt a tiny metal teapot. He keeps a little teapot on him at all times? He slips some loose tea into the filter, and to your surprise, you notice it already contains boiling water. If you would be so kind to wait a moment, Confessor, I must let this brew. You wait for an uncomfortable few minutes in total silence while the Inquisitor stares at his miniature teapot. Finally, he seems satisfied. He pours the liquid into a cup and takes a sip. He frowns and is silent for a moment. Confessor, this is... excuse me. Damn fine tea! He takes another sip. I've tried an extraordinary number of teas in my time, but this is one of the best. My wife is going to love it. Please take this in recompense. Beads of sweat appear on the Inquisitor's forehead, and he seems to be staring at something only he can see. He mutters to himself, damn fine tea indeed. You think it's probably best to leave him be. What'd he give me? Oh, a treasure? I'm getting a lot of money. Man is British. Hallucinogenic tea, my beloved. Okay, let's go back up to the... what was this place called? Quill? There's one last building to go into here, and then I want to finish the God's Quest, which I just need to come back at night to see who's worshiping them devils, them devil gods. Any devil worshippers in this town? Oh yeah, the mayor! I haven't met the mayor yet. That's probably who's in this building. The woman sits with her eyes closed, a pained expression on her face. Various medallions and necklaces hang around her neck, suggesting she holds some important position here in Quill. She mutters under her breath, "Flames? Oh, the flames. We have to douse the flames. Is everything okay?" Ah, she looks at you with the frenzied intent in her gaze. "What are you doing? You have to get out of here. The Nautilab will burn you alive." What are you talking about? Can't you see it? The monster rising above the flames? Oh, the horror. We have to... She stops mid-sentence and blinks slowly. After a moment she says, "Nothing's on fire, is it? You've had a little bit too much tea." Oh, how embarrassing. I'm terribly sorry. You've caught me in the middle of a divination. My name is Olwyn, mayor of this humble village of Quill. How do you do? Did you say divination? Are we going to die? She chuckles nervously. Oh, by the Sky Realms, not at all. There's only a distinct possibility we may be burned alive. You see, I have found myself presented with quite the dilemma. It's really nothing to worry about, so please don't cause a fuss. I have the whole thing quite under control. I am merely indulging in Scryshroom meditation to divine what matter of threat this giant monster could pose. and it turns out it's not much of a problem at all. Wait, what's this about a giant monster? Oh, so it's not common knowledge. I thought the whole town would be talking about it by now. You see, a small mercenary band has made certain demands. No, I don't mean Vela's Dark Stars. These latter are much less accomplished, which makes it all more puzzling how they've got their hands on a giant Nautilob. So that's what the flying creature is. What's a Nautilob exactly? She waves her hand dismissively. Just a Sky Realm's mollusk that you'll find around these parts, easily recognizable by their shells. But I had absolutely no idea they could get this big. Those mercenary scoundrels are threatening me with their huge Nautilob. They'll claim they'll sack our town if I don't comply with their absurd demands. I really don't want to cause a panic in the town, so I'm at a loss of what to do. But if someone could sneak into their fortress to the southeast and ascertain whether the Nautilob thing has any weakness we could exploit, well, let's just say that person would find themselves firmly within my favor. What if those mercenaries were to disappear? Oh, well, that would be quite the tragedy. The idea of more blood being spilled on Pwilian soil is a horrible thought. But of course, it would rather solve the problem here, wouldn't it? And with so little funds to hire guards, it would be awfully hard to catch the perpetrator of such crime. Oh, but pay me no mind. I'm merely thinking out loud. Now, was there anything else? I met your son. Oh yes, my darling boy. Was he loitering around the path again? I can never get that boy to pursue his studies, no matter how hard I try. But I shouldn't be too hard on him. There aren't any other children his age in Pwyll, and my mayoral duties keep me so busy. Oh, that reminds me. It's nearly time for my invigorating inclinations? I'm looking for Darkstar mercenaries. If I hear another word about these bloody Dark Stars... We've always had our fair share of miscreants attracted to Pwyll. It turns out not only poets and horticulturalists who are attracted to the solitude of the countryside, but when the wretched Vela Kalos moved in with her cohorts, you wouldn't believe the type of scoundrels we had prancing up and down our idyllic cobbled streets. And now, on top of everything else, we have the Inquisition raiding the island. So I'm sorry if you have dealings with those ruffians. I really can't help you. Maybe you could have better luck with someone else around town. I know Nud has done some jobs from them. You can usually find them in the local shop. Okay. I think I need to cartographize this. Or not. Oh, I do have a map. It's just really zoomed in. So where am I? That's the big mushroom. Is that my castle there? Okay. Maybe I marked everything I could have marked. I didn't walk up to the gate here. But I figured I'll go there eventually. Oh wait, this looks like an interesting landmark. Okay, I want to... You said you have a bed, right? And what, it's 2 coins? That's not that much. These barely sell for anything. Not that. Sell that. I don't mind having more tea. Especially since I have so much money. I can stock up on that. And I'll take that room. This is a crazy bed. Okay, nighttime there'll be some god worshippers about. Some mercenaries are threatening Quill with a giant Nodlob. He lets out a single chuckle. You mean that bunch of idiots down in the ruins? Don't make me laugh. Firstly, they're hardly fit to call themselves mercenaries. The mayor hired them to clear out monsters from the forest. A trifling task. And the show they put on was more fitting of a comedy troupe than professional sellswords. And secondly, there's no such thing as a giant Nodlob. At least, I've sailed far and wide in my time and never even heard of one larger than a silk slug. There's somebody out there. So the idea of those buffoons managing to capture one is preposterous. I'm guessing the mayor has asked you to look into the matter? Well, if I were you, I'd make use of your wits before drawing your sword. I sense there's some trickery at play. I see. The mayor's not to be trusted. Who's that? Should I follow them or confront them? Anybody else? Over there is where the cultist shrine is. I think that's where they're going. I think if I had gotten out of the building faster, I would have seen them exit a building and I would know who it is for certain. Maybe it's the mayor. Or the ship person. I still feel like it's the mayor's kid. But I guess they were supposed to lure me here before I had found it on my own. Also, how did that guy say there's no such thing as a giant Nautilob? What is that thing then? Has he not looked in that direction? Maybe these doors were supposed to be closed earlier? But they were open for me? Now what are you gonna do? Hello? In the darkness and under such a thick hood, you can't make out the person's face. Get away from me here. You shouldn't be here. Come any close, I swear you'll regret it. Oh, so the cultist is just allowed to walk around at night. And they were supposed to lure me here. They don't really care. I can't confront them. Oh, look at that. The last of the ore I need to upgrade my sword. They are indeed blind. How the hell do you get up to that island? If that tower leads into the bottom of that tower, how do you get up there at all? I guess there is the flying ship I've yet to acquire. Whoa, I did not mean to do that. Does it matter? He's asleep. Oh my god, I can steal from the townspeople, just like I always wanted. Thank you for the treasure. The mayor. I can steal stuff from the mayor. I love stealing stuff. Oh no, I'm not gonna have enough lockpicks. Upstairs or downstairs? None of them care. They're out like a light. It's more modest treasure. Okay. So who is this cultist then? Is maybe this lady isn't in here? And where is the sun supposed to sleep? No, you're in here. I think it's the sun. I'm still on the sun. Everyone else is accounted for. It could be that farmer I ran into down there. Oh, I need to buy the bed again. Don't you have a huge chest with treasure in your home? Oh, do you also have a huge chest with treasure in your home? Everyone does. I usually keep one modest treasure in my bedroom in a giant chest. Okay, about these god worshippers. You heard anything? About the sacred shrooms? Wait, I talked to him about that big mushroom? Looking for a way around the back. Oh, I found evidence of god worship in Quill. Yeah, tell me then, why don't you? There were occult instruments in the caverns below Quill. That can only mean one thing. If someone's conducting rituals around Ingwin's corpse, that means they're trying to reopen the blood contract. While buried in those clauses were terrible cost. No less than human sacrifice. Here, take this key. It'll unlock the upper chamber in the sacred... Now I have to... Ah, I was over there! In the sacred shroom. With no doubt in my mind, someone's being taken to the sacred shroom to be metabolized as per the contract's terms. You gotta go there and save them. Did you say metabolized? In the old days, there were sacred shrooms all over Quill. Each would spawn a whole forest of scry shrooms, but only if they'd recently metabolized a human. I'm sure if the scry shrooms use... I ain't sure if the scry shrooms use part of the human body to achieve their effect, or whether it was all parts Angwin's divine mockery, but I know scry shrooms used to be more potent in the old days. Now there's only one sacred shroom left, deep in the mushroom forest to the west. All others shriveled up and died when we stopped feeding them flesh. Okay, I was there already. It's so totally the kid. He gave me the key, I can go now. How did I get down last time? This. Is it coming? Now where is it? Over there. I wonder if the enemy is to respawn. I burned through so many lockpicks so quick. It's getting late for me, gotta go. Have a good rest of stream. Alright, Scolopendra, thank you for stopping on by. Sacred Shroom. Did I look around here already? I feel like, oh yeah, I was definitely up there. Okay, I don't mind having the fight through this again if I have to. Looks like I don't have to. Okay, someone is being sacrificed. Oh. You're the one being sacrificed. The nauseating stench of bile engulfs the flesh chamber before you. A huge digestional tract pulsates and throbs with corrosive acid. It would seem as though the mushroom has organs. Right, and remember, obesity often causes heart failure, if you catch my drift. Oh, I got here before the enemies respawned? Lucky me then. Blood rides behind the digestive membrane, clearly in agony. When he sees you, he looks shocked. You! Who did this to you? Nobody! A look of determination seizes Lud. Everyone assumes I'm just some stupid kid, just the mayor's idiot son. They don't take me seriously. But now I can show I'm worth something. I can save the village all by myself. I found the old Wiccan contract rights, stashed in my mother's basement. I convinced Emmer to help me set it up, but it was me who whispered to... Angwin, and felt his reply echo through my bones. I kind of want to let it happen. I admire your guts, at least. Quill is dying. Everyone says so. Since Angwin was killed, the soil is drying up. In another generation, there'll be nothing left. This is the only way to save the village. So you really want to do this, knowing that you'll die? I've never been so sure of anything in my life. I want to save the village. I want Quill to live on, even if I have to die. Can I really? I kind of want to let it happen. I want to see what would happen. I respect your decision. Thank you. I'm glad at least someone took me seriously in the end. Can I ask you a final favor? Of course. A hand pushes out from the membrane, slick with slime. Will you hold my hand? You nod and take his hand in your own. The sting of acid bites, but you feel him shiver. You stay like this for a few moments in silence before his hand goes limp. You realize that Lud is dead. No, bye, Lud. I want to see if this actually has an effect on anything. I mean, I'm assuming it's going to be an overtime thing. That the village can eventually grow more crops. But you know, I'm always interested in seeing how things play out the other way, because I feel like it's so obvious in some routes and some choices in games. Like, I like seeing the unexpected. Like, obviously I could have saved him, and then what, he goes back to the village. Maybe he gets punished for doing God-related stuff. Maybe he learns his lesson, maybe he doesn't. I'm just curious, okay? Andy the utilitarian strikes hard and cold. The Inquisitors would be proud. I gotta upgrade my sword at some point. Oh, I was down there, wasn't I? That's where the cave is. Anyway, this is gonna give me a pass. There's money. I definitely need more money. And before I leave, I might go to the other merchant again and see if I can stock up on anything from them. I visited the sacred shroom and discovered what's going on. Was I right? Was there a sacrifice taking place? It was Lud. He sacrificed himself so that Quill would prosper. Fulwich staggers back aghast. Oh no, poor Lud. I was there at his name-in, looking after that lad like he was... He chokes on the words. Oh, that foolish boy. The harvest ain't worth Angwin's blood price. Ain't I always taught him that? He sighs heavily. Still, I suppose you got to the bottom of what's been going on, and for that you have my thanks. Here, take this Union passport. It'll get you to the gate bridge to the south leading to Hollowshire. Be careful down there. Mind, if you think Quill's harvests are bad, you ain't seen nothing yet. Hollowshire's in the midst of an awful famine. And it seems the townsfolk and our poor Lud have had certain ideas in common. I got me a passport, but I want to go see the big floating eye thing. I want to see what the deal is with that. Actually, now I want to go this way, because this direction... Maybe I shouldn't go in random directions until I'm told to. Then I'll end up in places like that mushroom without a quest. And then realize I'll need to come back later when I have a quest item. Well, it seems like this area ends here. Elixir of Restoration. Restores health and mana to maximum. Are you? Death's Veil, a legendary mushroom with potent alchemical potential. Okay. I've been collecting a lot of various ingredients. I don't know when I'll get to use them. Now's a good time to get my sword upgraded since I'm by the base. Where do I go again? Up here? No, this is just my room. And that weird thing. I honestly don't remember. It was like around the building somehow. Do I need to go this way? I have no clue. It was... somewhere. But I remember I unlocked a shortcut. It's down. I need to get down. How can I get more down? Wasn't this where I came from? Was it in your quarter? No, all that's there is the bed and then upgrading the building area. Oh, it's this. But I remember in the... they had like a storage shed out there where I could upgrade... Ooh, I almost fell. Where I could upgrade weapons. Oh, sauce maker, hello. Oh, I guess the enemies in here respawn? Maybe I never killed that one. Okay, there we go. I don't remember how I got over here, but I know that there was a shortcut there. I can upgrade my armor too? I'm just more interested in the sword. Nice. Well, how much is it for the armor? Because now I'm curious, and can I upgrade the sword further? I can. And that uses iron, and I can get a closed helm. How the hell did I end up over here? There's a crack. I went through this crack over here. So I didn't even need to go up there. I just wandered in this direction. Okay, this way to the Onion Bandit Fort. I'm allergic to taking the road. I'll wander everywhere else. Stop right there! The man brandishes a particularly rusty sword in your direction. You're not tickling, are ya? No metallic limbs, leaky joints? Why would I be tickling? Because you might be a mechanical contraption, hiding in the skin of a person. He grasps for air and blinks at you. But don't look at me like I'm daft. It's perfectly reasonable suspicion. He prods at you a few more times. Yeah, well, I admit you don't seem like a mindless killing machine from that blasted Clockwork Kingdom. It's just, since the attacks, I've been pretty jumpy. What's this about the Clockwork Kingdom? New here, are ya? These Wonnery Isles are home to certain Clockwork Kingdom, due east of this here Amlet of Poil. For a while, there were decent enough neighbors, except for the bothersome factories billowing out smoke and the occasional explosion rocking the whole isle something fierce. But folks say the Machine King went mad, and now some of their gadgets and gizmos are spilling across the border and wreaking havoc with my crops. Tell me about the machine that's been bothering you. Aye, by mechanical monstrosities. Hey, don't laugh. I'm being sincere. They've been coming from the east where the snow's been falling. Funny thing is, it never used to snow here. At first they were just little things, but lately one huge metal bastard has taken to tending my crop shrooms with its weapons. If I try to shoo it away, it attacks. I can try and shut it down for you. You would? Oh, that'd be mighty precivative? Precurative? Prestidative? If you manage to do it, it'd be some coin in it for you. Machine seems to be lurking in the snow-tipped mountain to the east. Simplest way of dealing it would be smashing it to pieces, but its armor would deflect any blow that ain't strong enough. So maybe there's a way of shutting it down. There was a couple of suspicious container crates that fell in the forest around there. Okay. These beds are crazy. In the center of the room, and they're tiny. So up there. Wait, where am I going? Where's the road? Where's the path? So where's the path I love to not follow? Okay, leading me up there, but now I want to see what this building is about. Elixir of Regen. Temporary boost stamina regen. And what's down there? You know, I wish this game had more of the steampunk mechanical things. I thought all the humans would be weird looking. Maybe it's just one of the areas I haven't found yet. It's gonna look like that. Oh, they said there's a way to sneak in, probably. Probably over there. Will you speak with me, or are you gonna attack me? Stop right there. This is the esteemed mercenary company headquarters of the Rotten Onions. None may pass without authorization from our captain, John Birdbath. What's with the giant monster? Oh, it's a giant Nautilob. Pretty scary, huh? You see, the mayor of Poil hired us to do a job, but she's refusing to pay up. So we're gonna sack the place unless she hands over the coin. What kind of name is the Rotten Onions? It's a very fine name. I'll have you know. It's a very fine name, I'll have you know. Birdbark is an esteemed scholar and battle wizard, as well as our captain. It's his reasoning that it's a name designed to strike fear in our enemies. And how does that work? Well, it's semiotics? See, like, words and their meaning and stuff? Yeah, but why do onions strike fear into the hearts of your enemies? The guard tilts his head and stretches his jaw. Well, people don't like onions, see? They make you cry, and rotten ones are even worse. Never mind, I give up. I want to get inside your headquarters. Well, you can't. He scratches his jaw. Unless you get us the mayor's ledger. What's this about a ledger? Well, the mayor of Quill hired us to clear out some monsters in the shroom forest. Sure, we ran into some difficulties, but a job's a job, and she's not paying up. So Captain reckons if we steal her ledger, we'll have proof, and we can take it to the Riovan Court of Slaw? Court of Slaw? Yeah, it's a type of side dish. I think you mean Court of Law. He shoots you an angry glare. I know what I meant, friend. The Riovan Court of Slaw. Never mind. Then how can I get this ledger? I'd sneak in at night when the mayor's asleep, of course. Let's try to charm him. I'm gonna up my charm skill. I want to talk to the actual wizard before I return to the village. It's quite a trip back to the village. I'm just a huge fan of the rotten onions. I'd love to see where you work. No? I need charm 25? Did I lose that permanently now? No, it's still there. Patient Andy, there's still a lot to see. I know, this game feels way bigger than I thought it was. And this is just the first area, too. Monsters will come. What am I looking for? My skills. So does it tell me exactly what my points are? Okay. So I have 15 in charm. How much does 1 point add? 5, right? So then I need 2 points in charm. Oh, it's huge? Sand, I was thinking that this would be a game I could play. Oh, we'll get through it in like 1 stream, 4 hours, 3 hours. Maybe a second stream if I have to. I am enjoying it though, I like this. I don't mind playing it more. I'm sneaking in. I would need another upgrade point. Okay, I was wrong to assume that I could sneak in through this way. Maybe on the other side somehow? I guess I will go get the mayor's ledger, but unless I can't sneak in. If I can sneak in, I'm doing that. Also, there's a monster on this hill? Or were they talking about a different hill? Well, a mechanical. I see something. Oh. I want to go over there first. I'm just so used to these odd-looking games being short. Is this a way up? Will you actually move? This device crackles with a distinct pulse of cipher magic. Its ocular skull registers your presence and a mechanical quill scratches out the following lines. Rejoice, downtrodden thrall of the defeatist powers. Thou standest now within a fiefdom of Machinist Rex. Proclamation. This honorable vassal governs the protocol of its indentured auto-serfs. The scrying census. Number of inactive auto-serfs, 253. Number of active auto-serfs, 1. Current labor protocol. Militant agriculture. Dost thou have a query? Oh, you're the machine that was bothering him. Militant agriculture. I want to change the labor protocols. Pondering. Judgment. Alteration of protocols is only permitted by order of Machinist Rex, or its appointed deputies, or by the ordained miscreation of this vassal. Therefore, query, what is thine argument? Your surf is causing havoc and will likely be destroyed unless you tell it to calm down. Success! Contemplating. Canon disputation? Assaying validity. Judgment. Thine argument is worthy. Therefore, Edict Auto-Surf Labor Protocol is hereby revised. Current Labor Protocol, Benevolent Agriculture. So you're gonna help the plants now? And the farmer? All hail its majesty, Machinist Rex, the Clockwork King. Okay. Oh no! I wanted to see the ground. I think I'm closer to the village now. I might as well go get that thing. I didn't mean to fall there. I thought there would be land. I want to see... I don't remember what was in the shop. Also, how many lockpicks do I have? Where does it show me? Oh, 17. I have maximum lockpicks. Let's go see the shop anyway. I could get another Union passport, throwing knives, and lockpicks. Hello? Okay, hold on. Let me check how long I've been streaming for. Most classic Dread Delusion conclusion. Simply forgetting where the ground is. Okay, give me a minute. I am going to place an order for some food, and when that gets here, stream is gonna end. I'm enjoying this game, though. I didn't know this restaurant had merch. Is it weird for a restaurant to have merch? I feel like it is. I think I'll take an order of cheese fries. with my pasta. Shrimp Alfredo sounds nice. What? Anyway, I need to do something really quick, so I will also be right back. So, grab a drink, use the bathroom, grab a snack, do whatever you gotta do, but I will be right back. Okay, unfortunately I do have to end stream now. Let me find this place to save. I don't remember where the last crystal was. There's one right over here outside the castle. And I will need to make sure to remember what I was doing. I was about to steal the ledger, and then I was going to go back to the onion for it. There we go. Anyway, that's it today, guys, for Dread Delusion. Let's go to the title screen. The title screen is cool. Haven't yet found that town. Maybe that's the Hollows town or whatever. Anyway, that's it for today. Tomorrow, Pathologic Classic HD, Clara Roots. Unfortunately, probably a very boring stream that might be. Because I did everything that I could have done the previous stream. So, who knows? Maybe I'll stock up on food and sleep through the day. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll try to sleep through the day, the Clara Root day tomorrow, and then we can actually do 2 days in one stream. That might be a good plan. Okay, Andy, don't worry about it. I hope you have a good evening. Yeah, you too, Sandel. Anyway, thank you everyone for being here. Thank you, Sandel, for buying me the game. I do like it. Good game. Good choice. Thank you so much. Anyway, goodbye, everyone.